Hello, survivors. Welcome to the State of Decay 2 stream. I'm your host, Geoffrey Card, and today it is Halloween. Well, not quite. Tomorrow's Halloween, but this is about as close to Halloween as our Monday streams get. And so, because it's the day before Halloween, we're going to be spending today going over some of our Halloween traditions. One of them, the place we're going to start, is our Flash Fiction Contest, which has been running this month, and it's got some winners. And so we're going to be reading the winning stories on the air. We're going to be showing you some of the illustrations, talking about the prizes that those riders won, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then when we're done with that, we're actually going to do our other tradition, which is playing other people's spooky games. So our sister studio, Arcane, made a game this year called Redfall. It's a co-op game fighting vampires, and so Joe Swarner and I are going to be getting in and playing that. In fact, since I'm talking about Joe Swarner, I should introduce Joe Swarner. Hello, Joe.
Hello, everyone, from my bunker.
Yeah, so Joe is in his survival bunker deep in the mountains of the Cascades, but luckily his internet connection is good enough that he's able to join us and play Redfall with me. But Joe is not the only one who's here. We cannot see Wonder Stormbreaker, but Wonder, are you there?
I'm here in the storm, and also the quiet behind the storm. I am there as well.
Yeah, so Wonder is our marketing director, and so she's here because we're going to be going over a contest, and we want to, to have her here to sort of talk us through that, and also do some dramatic readings of these contest entries that people in our community have made. So why don't we start there? So actually, let me not go to the screen quite yet, not until I'm ready to show some illustrations. I'm going to go here. This is a good screen for me to start on because I'm the only one talking for a second. So for this Halloween, we ran a contest, a Flash Fiction contest, where basically the idea was a bunch of folks in our community could submit very, very short stories to our Discord, and then they could vote on each other's entries and see which ones rose to the top. The idea was that 3 winners would rise to the top from the general voting, and we would also pick a couple of our favorites so that 5 people would win the grand prize, which is a $50 gift certificate to the Xbox Gear Shop. And so we've got our 5 winners, and then on top of those, we've actually got a few honorable mentions because our artist, Megan, went through the entries and she chose her favorites that she wanted to illustrate. And so not only did some of those grand prize winners get illustrations, but there were a few more that got illustrations that didn't even win the grand prize. They just got a piece of art. And so we're going to be going over those entries, doing dramatic readings of them, and sharing the art that Megan created. So I'm going to pop open my notes here. And so it's not just going to be me that's going to be doing this. I've got Joe Swarner here. He's going to be taking a turn. And not pictured in the background, we've also got Wonder Stormbreaker, our marketing director, who's going to be doing some of this reading.
I'm just like a ghost.
Exactly. Honestly, I don't know why we haven't done this more often, having people just haunt us. I mean, it's perfect for Halloween.
Disembodied ghostly presence.
I think last year we actually did play Phasmophobia as our like spooky Halloween game. So we should have had more people in our Discord just making haunting ghost sounds the entire time. Anyway, so okay, let's start. Let's start with our first place winner. We're actually going to go down the list from first place all the way down to honorable mentions. And I'm going to read this first one. So our big grand prize winner is called A Follower of Shaggy Jack by Quintarius Quincy. So let me just pop this open and I'll do a dramatic reading for you. I have not read this myself until this moment, so we're going to be discovering this together. It's been a few years since I prayed at the statue of Shaggy Jack. In the beginning, this world that you gifted us was a playground, but over time, wild freedom gave way to a life of relative comfort amongst the zombies. Guilt-free offerings to you, reduced to monotonous hunting parties, culling the horde, now a chore, on the list of daily duties. We grew complacent, we accepted this as our reality, and the worm has turned. The plague has evolved beyond anything we had ever imagined. I now know this was no gift, it was the beginning of a blighted existence. Some say it was a test all along, of courage or faith perhaps. I've seen many fail it. I gaze now at this new twist of fate before me, a blackened heart. Is it mine own? A hellscape of our own making, one that we relished in creating, inadvertently teaching them how to conquer us. I wonder, if I prayed to you now, would you relent? I take my weapon in hand and bare my teeth at it all, knowing that an answer will never come. Not one from you, anyways. Only silence awaits me now. That's it. I love this because not only does it delve into sort of some of our deep lore, our Providence Ridge mascot, Shaggy Jack, but it also it's reacted to recent updates to the game, the Curveball update that contained the Black Heart, like the most threatening heart that we've had so far, and sort of brings in this idea that the plague evolves over time, and who knows where it's going to go in the future. So I really like it for that. That was awesome. So congratulations, Quintarius. That was great. No wonder. Yeah, no wonder a lot of people voted for that one. Well, so Joe has got our.
Spooky.
Oh, what are you saying?
Oh, it gives me like Edgar Allan Poe vibes.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because it's not just like there wasn't a plot. There was just a situation and an expression of a character's experience.
Yeah,
it's just a different vibe.
Atmospheric. Yeah, spooky.
So Joe has got our next one, and this one is actually going to have an illustration that goes with it that was made by Megan Bishop, our artist on our social team. So let me start by giving you the illustration, and then let Joe take it away.
All right, this one's called Pumpkin Perfection by Danger and Oliver. Oliver worked the dull blade into the pumpkin when suddenly the shed door crashed open. He slipped and cut a much larger chunk from the jack-o'-lantern's eye. Damn it, Danger! Oliver glared at his buddy who was carrying a sack of fertilizer. That's my name, don't wear it out. Danger heaved the sack into the corner. Slamming the door screwed up my pumpkin. Sorry, hands were full, so I kicked. Besides, you can always get another. This is the last one. Pumpkin carving contests mean that much? Yes? Alrighty, I'll leave you to your pumpkin perfectionism. You do that. Oliver jabbed his knife into the pumpkin top in frustration as Danger opened the door and was tackled by a snarling red blur. The blood feral roared, but the acoustics shifted as Oliver slammed the pumpkin onto its head, the jack-o'-lantern fitting into place with a squelch. Danger grabbed the knife, still attached to the top. Several neck stabs later, the feral went limp and fell aside. Friggin' freaks! Oliver growled and pulled the jack-o'-lantern free. Gore oozed from the jagged pumpkin mouth. That's gonna be tough to clean, Danger muttered. F that, I'm entering a contest with it just like this.
Oh, that's great. I can see why Megan wanted to illustrate that.
Absolutely. That was just, yeah, you just get the image in your head. That's really funny.
Yeah, and I feel like, have Danger and Oliver figured into our Flash Fiction contest before? That sounds familiar to me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just people really love the name Danger. So we've got the name Danger. That's a real name that can show up on a character in the game. And, it comes from that, I think partly it comes from that classic, Danger is my middle name thing. But actually, I mean, it's named after actually two real people that were friends or family members of people on the team. So that I love it when names like Danger sort of show up in people's fiction or in people's favorite games on their favorite characters, because I know there's a story behind it and there's people out there who are being honored by it.
I want it to be like Danger and Oliver and Company. That's the way I keep getting it in my head.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Like sometime I want somebody to be like, instead of being like, my middle name is Danger, right? It'd just be like, nobody calls me Danger. That's my father's name. Just
please.
That's what I want to hear.
Danger is my father, please.
Just call me Dang. For sure.
All right, so our next winner, I think, Wonder, do you want to announce who it is and do the dramatic reading?
Yes, I'd be delighted. This is our third place winner, Doug's Tragic End. I, fittingly, the incarnation of Doug. For a few weeks now, Derek and Rachel had been regularly visiting their friend before their scavenging runs. Their friend wasn't another human, but instead was a plague juggernaut buried up to its face in the ground. How did it get there? No one knew. But everyone in the valley seemed to have taken a liking to the helpless juggernaut zombie they affectionately named Doug the Jug. Each time they came to visit him, Doug would greet them with a muffled roar and follow their movements with his glowing red eyes. They all joked about how Doug was just mad that he couldn't give them big hugs while he was buried in the ground. But today, Derek and Rachel were greeted with nothing but silence. As they rounded the corner of the house Doug lived behind, they froze in their tracks. "Oh my God!" Rachel gasped. "Someone killed Doug," Derek mumbled in disbelief. Who could do something so heartless? Their friend was still buried in the ground, but his rotting head was turned to a pulp from multiple heavy caliber rounds. One of the last good things in this dark and cruel world, gone forever.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Not Doug! I love it.
I like this for a couple of reasons. One, because in State of Decay 2 we have the zombie hunters who have the little trap facility that no one else can apparently have, and our players have been asking for that as something they could do for a long time. And so to have someone write a story about sort of like not only just catching a zombie, but like the zombie that would be the hardest to catch, right?
Yeah, what would you have to do? I guess dig an enormous pit.
And the giant pit is what I feel like. I really want to know how they got him in there.
So it feels like when you're writing flash fiction, a lot of times what you want to do is leave a lot of open questions so that somebody else can fill in a larger story from just the seed that you've given them. And this is a really good example of that. All right, it's my turn to read. So this is our 4th place winner. This is going to be Ghost's Nightmare by the Mysterious Wandering Trader. It's always nice. And the Mysterious Wandering Trader, they're always hard to find, but I appreciate it when they come in here and participate in our contests. So here we go. No illustration for this one. A survivor named Ghost, once hopeful, now haunted by relentless hordes of undead. The night was particularly ominous, fog thick as sorrow, obscuring the horrors lurking within. As dusk settled, Ghost and his comrades gathered at their Drucker outpost, barricades creaking in protest. A distant moan echoed through the silence, a harbinger of impending doom. Suddenly, a plague juggernaut emerged from the mist, its malevolent eyes fixated on the beleaguered group. Panic surged, but there was no escape. The once valiant fighters were reduced to mere prey. Ghost's heart pounded, his breath ragged. Desperation fueled his last stand. He fired relentlessly, each shot a desperate plea for survival. In the end, it was futile. The Juggernaut's colossal strength overwhelmed them. One by one they fell, their screams swallowed by the abyss. Ghost, now the sole survivor, stood amidst the carnage, haunted by the loss. The outpost that once held promise now reeked of death. Ghost, wounded and broken, knew the fight was far from over. He gathered what little he could salvage, a solemn reminder of the horrors that lurked beyond the safety of their walls. With a heavy heart, he set out into the unforgiving world, determined to honor the fallen and cling to the sliver of hope that remained. Dark, man! It does feel a little bit like the illustration I happened to already have up was a little bit relevant because it's got this plague juggernaut, but this is not about a dead plague juggernaut, is it? So yeah, I mean, the fact that it's about an outpost specifically being attacked, again, feels like it's kind of cool that folks are writing stories that take place in sort of the latest version of State of Decay 2 from this year, with like the heart attack update, having sieges against outposts, or at least infestations of outposts, things that you have to defend that way. I think it's really cool that people are writing stories that focus on stuff that wasn't even a thing in the game a few years ago.
Yeah, it's neat to see the evolution.
Yeah, it couldn't have been in a previous flash fiction contest. Okay, the next one, that's going to be Joe's, and it does have an illustration. So we'll pop this up here and let Joe take it away.
All right, so I just read through this one, and I like the fact that it references some things that are definitely part of our set dressing. All right, so all right, here we go. Dust off the generator, Dan said with a grin. We have a score to settle. Alex looked up from the car manual, watching his longtime friend carry something over the TV. What did you find? He said. I got lucky. Finally found a way into that apartment on Capello. Check it out. Dan held up an old Xbox with some questionable residue on one of the corners. Alex tossed the manual onto the floor. No way, he exclaimed and scrambled to the nearby bookshelf. He skimmed excitedly until he pulled out a game labeled Halo Combat Evolved, featuring a pretty cool guy who doesn't afraid of anything. Fumbling with the controller, Dan swore as he watched the replay of his character getting sniped. Okay, I blame this monstrosity of a controller. It's effing huge. Alex laughed as he collected more ammo for his sniper. Dude, we flipped for it. Loser got the Duke. Fair is fair. Besides all those years boasting about how it would go down if we ever played again, you had it coming. The longtime friends played for hours. Shouts and cheers rang out over the hum of the generator, drawing in dozens of curious silhouettes.
That's nice. I think the curious silhouettes might have been a big part of what made Megan want to illustrate this, because you've got all of the. I like how they've got their hands up celebrating their win, but then the zombies also have their hands up like they're celebrating, but not quite.
I love this illustration so much. I'm also lightly nervous for them and want them to run over there and nail up a board over the window.
Right. This is like that moment in the film where you're just like, you have all of the information and you just see them like being dumb and doing dumb things, and you're like, don't be dumb, and continue being dumb.
Yeah. No, I love it. And also it gives me a lot of positive memories, because I remember like back when I was in college, this was sort of like playing Halo with a bunch of Duke controllers was like the pastime for me and my friends. Like we would just spend hours just jumping warthogs over the giant arch in Silent Cartographer. So that was great. Okay, Wonder has got the next one. So this is getting into our honorable mentions. So the last 5 that we read, those all got $50 gift cards to the Xbox Gear Shop. These next few are Yes, congratulations, everybody. These next few are honorable mentions that didn't get the prize, but they did get our attention largely because they were so fun to illustrate. So, Wonder, want to take it away?
Yes, all right. First, in the honorable mention, we have The Siege of the Moonshine Barn by Isby. As the sun set and the rain grew heavier, Alex and Riley knew they needed to find shelter from the horde of Zeds that pursued them. The Wilkersons' abandoned farm seemed like a perfect refuge for the night, but unfortunately, the house was demolished, forcing the two to take shelter in the Moonshine Barn. On the way to the barn, Alex noticed the distant figure of a scarecrow near Wilkerson's old house. The duo spent the next few hours barricading the place, but Alex couldn't help but check the scarecrow through the gaps in the barn. That thing seemed to get closer every hour. Alex decided to take a nap, but the brief moment of rest was interrupted by the noise of firecrackers outside the back doors. Whoever threw that ended up attracting the horde's attention. The Zeds approached the barn. Riley ran to hold the back doors, asked Alex, go do the same with the front doors. As Alex approached the front door, something cold went through his tummy. Blood started dripping onto the floor. A blade was passing through the gaps in the barn doors, and behind the doors, the Scarecrow stood with a bloody machete.
Oh, okay, so in the zombie apocalypse, somebody decided to dress as a scarecrow so they can sneak up and murder people.
I think it's a haunted scarecrow. I think the scarecrow.
You were going supernatural with it. Oh,
yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Certainly with the illustration, that does not look like a person. That just looks like something beyond zombies.
Yeah, I get full Halloween vibes from this. Yeah, no, that was just like, you think the zombies are the worst of your fears, but look out for the murderous, haunted, possessed scarecrows standing out in the Wilkerson's field. I love it.
Especially if it has a sign underneath that says Chucky. Just leave that scarecrow alone. It is 100% coming to life.
Do not take a picture with it. Do not steal its hat.
There have been so many zombie apocalypse stories out there. People tend not to mix genres very much, but I think, people keep trying to come up with, like, what is my twist on a zombie apocalypse story? One that actually has, like, in addition to the normal zombie apocalypse, like, actual horror movie ghosts and, like, or this kind of, like, supernatural murderer could actually be kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. I love the juxtaposition. Think you're safe in the barn? No.
Okay, so this next one, I'll be reading this one. This one is called Getting Back Together by Blizz Leopard. It's Friday, so it's time to play our weekly game. It took a lot to get us together after everyone turned into zombies and started eating each other, but I'm not going to let that stop me from being from the one thing I love, and that's running my game and spending time with my friends. Jack's over in Marshall. His dad owns a gun store, and he's our badass cleric. He loves helping people. I just wish I could take off his gag. He tried to bite me twice. Oh no. Delilah's from Fairfield, and she's the preacher's daughter, but you wouldn't know it from how she dresses. Coolest goth chick I know. Now if she could use her one good arm for rolling dice now. The party needs a rogue to pick the lock. Cassidy and Ben are twins who live up behind Jurassic Junction, and they both play fighters. I know everyone says a group needs a wizard, but Cass wanted to be like her brother. They're both staring at me, looking hungry to play. 6 months to find them all. They're not in great shape, but they're here now. Okay, so when we last left our heroes... So I didn't get from the illustration what this was going to be. I love that. So this person's just like, the one good time in my life that I remember before the apocalypse was when I played like D&D with my friends. And so they just, how is this game going to go? Like, I don't even know, but I love this person.
We got to get our D&D game back.
I mean, honestly, if there's zombies, it might actually be easier. Like, at our age, it's so hard to get a group together to play a game like Dungeons & Dragons. It might actually just be easier. Like, if it's just zombies who don't need to eat, don't have lives, just leave them tied up to their chairs, and you can just play Dungeons & Dragons whenever you want. The problem is the conversation, and it won't be as good. But less rules lawyering. So, I don't know.
Or maybe there would be more, because what you're doing is actually like recreating sessions from before the apocalypse in your head. And you're finally able to be like, no, you can't do that.
I win all the fights now. Yeah, you can't monkey grip 2 halberds. Shut up, whatever. All right.
3. Awesome.
So we've got one last honorable mention. Joe, I think you got this one?
Yeah. And we got an illustration, if it's not up.
There it is.
All right, so we have our beloved Norma. Survivor Story, Dave and Jordan by Zombie Slayer. All right. Dave decided to go out and tackle an enemy enclave yesterday. He planned to lure hordes of zombies to them. He never came back. I've traveled with Dave since the beginning. I remember the look on his face when we found that rusted Norma. Damn, did he love his cars. That night, I went after him. I headed toward the abandoned pharmacy. When I got there, realized he'd actually pulled it off. Must have been 50 Zeds piled in there, still munching on the bastards. Good riddance. Up the road, I saw old Blue, that Norma he'd loved so much. As I got closer, the headlights illuminated the rust-marked siding, and I see that orange hoodie he always wore coming around. Once he stepped into those halogen beams, my heart sank. His skin was pale, his eyes had that yellow glow, bites on his arm, and his chest full of holes. I walked over and put him out of his misery. Buried him behind the fire station. Decided it be best to leave. Just didn't feel like home anymore. Taking Blue to greener pastures. Heard some promising things about Meager Valley. Rest in peace, buddy.
Aw.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a lot of experiences that I've had in State of Decay 2, like stumbling upon the body of a dead friend.
Yeah, rest in peace, buddy.
Megan just made a note to us in Slack, by the way. She said, did Geoffrey just say that he'd rather play games with zombies than his friends? I hope none of them are watching. Well, it's been years since I've gotten to play a D&D group with friends, and so I think a lot of them might feel the same level of desperation that I feel to make that happen.
To be fair, I don't think that you said that you would prefer it. I just think that you said that it would be easier.
Yeah, easier. It's easier to make it happen. Not better, just easier to make it happen. I agree.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love
how hard it is to get the D&D group together. That is, especially in the zombie apocalypse, it's even harder. No one can Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. But I especially love. Yeah, I was going to say, I especially love this latest story, how the attention that they paid to the Norma, because it's like, so many of us, it's like one of our favorite parts of the game is this old car. So we got distracted by the D&D thing again, but I just wanted to say, Zombie Slayer, nice work. We really appreciate you to writing this thing.
Yeah, everybody loves that Norma.
Yeah, big congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much for all the submissions. It was so exciting reading all of these. And this is our second year doing it. It was such a popular contest from last year, so we made some improvements, and just super love, all the stories from the community. You guys are really talented. We've loved all the original writing, and we can't wait to do this again next year. Congrats to all the winners.
Yeah, totally. And thank you. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
And I'm just always in awe. Like a lot of people play video games to be told a story. I'm always in awe of how many people who play our game want to tell their own story, even after all these years. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And also thank you, Wonder, for you and your team for putting together this contest and making it happen. That's been awesome too. And I know that you probably go ahead.
Oh yeah, I would say shout out to Heather and also to our amazing leaders in Discord. They have been so helpful. And thank you to Megan for illustrating, and she also recused herself from the voting. But I just want to also say that we got some members of our narrative team in here reading some of these stories, and that contributed to the voting. So I getting your stories read, I love it. By people here at the lab, and we're really, really enjoying it. So thank you guys all so much.
Yeah, you were getting evaluated by true professionals. So there you go. All right, well, Wonder might need to leave us for just a second, or in just a second, because we're going to move on to the second tradition that we've got. The first one is the Flash Fiction Contest. The second one is playing somebody else's game. So you'll notice at the top of the screen here, I have papered over the State of Decay 2 logo and replaced it with the Redfall logo, because that is what Joe and I are going to be playing. I don't know if everybody who's here who plays State of Decay 2 and is interested in our stream, I don't know how many of you are actually all that aware of Redfall. So let's talk a little bit about what this game actually is. So I'm going to head outside. This is the fire station. This is our home base. But we're going to go outside, me and Joe. So this right here is the town of Redfall. We're here in the middle at the fire station, but this entire town has been blocked off by magic and infested with vampires. And our job is we're vampire hunters, and we're out here to murder as many vampires as we possibly can. And honestly, for this session, I'm not sure if we need to tell you any more than that. There's more specifics in the story. There's a lot of backstory, a lot of interesting characters, but that's not... Oh, hey, Jawa has already used the fast travel, and he's already gotten way ahead of me, so let's head over there. So I'm going to look at my map, fast travel over to where Joe is. So this game was made by our sister studio, Arcane. They're the folks behind a lot of sort of your favorite immersive sims, like Prey, and why can't I think of the name of the one where you're the stabby guy with the mask on, and what is that? Dishonored. And Dishonored. So, lots of, games that are about, stealth and sort of just cleverly working your way through a level. A lot of really good storytelling. They've made a multiplayer game, which is a challenge, trying to, basically taking that genre and making it work in a multiplayer setting is really, really difficult. And so it's been an interesting, experience going in here and sort of seeing how this adaptation has gone. Taking something that usually is a very, very single player experience and then sort of letting you have a similar kind of experience with your friends. So I think, Joe, what you and I were thinking of doing was not going after any of the story missions, because that's a little bit harder to do in multiplayer, especially with an audience. But you had identified that there was a spot where we could get some more flexible missions?
Isn't there supposed to be something here at the radio, though?
Is it? Safe house missions. Yes. Okay, so there is a supply drop, and we can unlock another mission if we do the supply drop. So why don't we grab this supply drop mission?
Okay. Yeah. Carpe Noctem. No, that's not what we're doing.
Oh, that's another side mission, to capture a neighborhood and complete the first safe house mission. Okay, cool. So let's actually, I'm going to pop open my... So, by the way, I should talk a little bit about what our characters are capable of. So you can have up to 3 weapons in your inventory. You can also have skills. So my character, Layla, she's got a psychic umbrella that she can summon to block bullets. And she's also got the ability to create elevators. that could sort of bounce people up into the sky. And the main reason I like to play her mostly in my single player experience is because in a game like this, that is a lot of it is about exploration. I really like playing a character that can get places that other people can't get. But right here, what we've got is mission. Okay, we got this safe house mission, the Bellwether supply drop. Where does that appear on the map? Where are we headed? You know what? I'm not actually sure. Is that it? That can't be it, right? No, where is our supply drop? Where are we going? So Joe and I are amateurs at this still. We don't play this game a lot. So we're not actually sure. Let's see here. Locate their station, take them out, and call in a supply drop for your own purposes is what we need to do. Let's go outside and see what we can see.
We have to locate their station.
Yeah,
okay. So that's step one.
That's step one. I'm actually not sure how to do that. So we might have to do something else if I'm not sure how to do that. Because I played this when it very first came out, but I've forgotten a lot of what I picked up in the tutorial.
Hey, look, I know this house.
So, by the way, the tank wants us to say a little bit more about which characters we picked. So I already mentioned that I've got Layla and what she's good for. Who are you playing, Jawa?
Jacob. I'm playing... And the big reason I picked him is I really like stealth.
Speaking of stealth, there's some enemies right over here.
I believe this would be our radio station.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah. So, okay.
And then he's also got this Raven thing.
Yeah, show me what the Raven does.
I'm trying. And then it just marks everyone.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we can see them through walls and everything.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to switch to my sniper rifle.
Apparently there's a couple that aren't.
Oh, yeah, I think I can... Wait, can I ping them?
Marked.
I think
We've
I
got
can...
several vampires in the team.
You're right. So are you able to fire that thing off again?
Yep.
Okay, I can only ping one of these guys at a time myself. So I'm going to ping the vampire. He seems like the most important. All right, so I've got a suppressed sniper rifle. Oh, okay. So you've warned the vampire. Let me... there's multiple vampires. Oh, gosh. Okay, so Oh, what is that? What is happening? There's a big purple wall. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Oh, no, but I don't want to be in it.
Yeah, I don't want to be in it either. I don't know what it's for. I don't want to be in it.
I think it's centered on us.
Okay, so vampires are special because you don't just take their health down. You have to actually stake them in the heart. You have to get their health down low enough that they go into this sort of inert state. And while they're there, you can stake them in the heart. Oh, okay, I'm taking a bunch of damage while I'm reloading my shotgun. Hey, stop it. They are very fast. Oh, wait, take that. So only certain weapons have things like stakes in them. Oh, crap. Is that a... Oh, I thought that was... For some reason, I thought that was a friendly. That's not a friendly. Okay, I'm going to... use some healing. Okay, my shotgun is pretty powerful. What I should probably try doing, though, is using my shield. So my shield will block their bullets, and then I can fire it off to damage one of them, and then use my shotgun for the rest. But yeah, this game has got a lot of different types of weapons that all do kind of different things, and some of them especially do different things to vampires. So we've shown what our stakes... Oh, hello. We've shown what our stakes can do. Oh, Shroud. I bet this vampire is the cause of whatever thing is happening. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I'm going to... Oh, no. Okay.
Where are you at?
Healed. I healed. Okay. They're down. Stab! There we go. Shroud gone. Cultist gone. Oh, was that everybody? Oh, nope.
Got him.
Oh,
Got him.
Well, that was exciting.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, absolutely. So I usually play games like single player. Even in games that are intended to be multiplayer, I don't have any friends, so I just play them in single player. I'll read that later. So just you and me getting to sort of like take down a bunch of vampires together was actually pretty cool.
What do we got up here? See some wire.
So I'm seeing some missed opportunities here because I've got some. There's some stuff here that explodes when you shoot it that we didn't use, so we probably could have used to take these guys down while they were still unaware of us. We should pay more attention to that, I think.
But that sounds smart.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be smart. That doesn't mean I am. Oh, I got a flare gun.
Oh, my medical supplies are already full. Well, let me fill them up. And yeah.
I mean, this seems like a place where we should be able to, make some phone calls.
Yeah, right. I'm not exactly sure what all that equipment is.
Handgun ammo, assault rifle, and is this not it?
This might not be it. This might be an unrelated thing. I'm genuinely not sure. I'm going to climb up here and just see if any of this equipment is usable. This certainly, actually, what they said was it was a bellwether site, and bellwether is like they're the mercs, right? And I think that might have been Hollow Man cultists and vampires. So I think that was not the group. So I'm not sure what we do to find the supply drop aside from just wander around, which we absolutely could do. I'm happy to wander around. So the thing that's interesting about this game is that there really is a benefit to wandering around. Like there's each of these buildings, or at least each of these neighborhoods, has you can tell that somebody put a lot of time and effort into figuring out. Oh, I don't have a lockpick, so I can't open this. Dang it. Into sort of telling a story with the art. That's something that our artists always try to do. In State of Decay 2 as well. There's the explicit story that you're telling through, your interaction with the game, the missions you go on, that sort of thing. But then there's this implicit story that's being told by the world that you're in. And there's a lot of that going on in this world. And it's kind of fun to be exploring a world like this, particularly in first person, seeing things up close. Oh, you got some vampires you want to fight?
Well, I don't know if I want to fight them.
Oh, well, I mean, they're here. What else are they for? Let me just reload my weapons real quick. And actually, I could switch to a different gun because I've got some guns that are particularly good against vampires. Actually, let me start with this.
You mean like that?
Whoa, what did you... Oh, gosh. Like these guys? Yes. So I've got a UV laser. Well, these guys are moving too much. I can't use it when they're moving. Which actually, you don't need a stake to take out a vampire that you've hit with a UV laser, because they freeze basically into ash, and you can just punch them and destroy them. So this UV laser is pretty cool. Another alternative that I've got actually is the stake gun. So I'll grab one of these guys. Next vampires we hit, I'll hit them with some stakes. Those just kill them outright, which is great. Oh, whoa, you got a new friend.
Not anymore.
Take that. I'm pretty sure the loot is separate, right? We can both loot the same things?
I think so. I don't know. Was there... Oh, there's a pile of ash.
Yeah. Sometimes they leave a pile of ash behind and sometimes they don't.
That poor lady had a wedding ring.
Oh. Yeah, so it looks like you did get different loot from me. Which is good. Yeah, so the way that they're... Basically, you've got this one main currency called supplies that you use to sort of buy consumables and buy new weapons, stuff, that sort of thing. But everything that you pick up, you don't just pick up a pile of supplies. You're always picking up specific objects that sort of tell the story of where you are. Oh, Jawa, I think you and I have been imagining going in just completely different directions. Whenever we're done fighting, I just start wandering off in some direction, and you go wander off in the exact opposite direction. Oh, crap. I've got some guys. Ah, gosh. Okay, hold on. They weren't that tough. Never mind. It's fine. Here, let's... Oh, I'm going to use some first aid.
You're headed back toward the thing.
Yeah, so let's figure out where we actually want to go. You know what? One thing we could do is
I found some people in the middle of this gulch down here.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm going to place a ping at. So another thing that you can do if you just want to sort of bum around in this game is open up fast travel points. So I've marked a fast travel point on the map. So yeah, you're right. That's in the direction you were headed anyway. Let's go that direction and see what trouble we can get into on our way to unlocking that thing. Okay, I'm going to run to catch up with you. No stamina system as far as I can tell, which is nice because you can just run like crazy to catch up with your friends. Oh, yeah, there are some guys down there.
Those are Hollow Man cultists.
Gonna go. Are you
And a
ravening
blood
them?
bag. Yeah.
Oh, and a blood bag. Okay, so that is a type of vampire that is not really a great vampire, kind of a low-rent vampire that explodes when you kill it enough. Like that.
Ow.
By the way, I love the revolver. Oh, they're behind us. Holy crap. Are you down?
Yeah. No.
No. Oh, revive. Here we go. Revive, revive, revive.
Still alive.
Okay, so it looked like I was using a health consumable on you, but I actually wasn't. I got to do that for free, which is good.
Everybody loves free.
Yes. Free is the best price.
And got ammo, sniper rifle ammo.
See, oh yeah, so I just got a book of knots. Like I love all of the the different loot items that they come up with. Oh, by the way, oh yeah, never mind. Yeah. Basically, instead of just filling the world with money, they filled the world with specific objects, and each one of them is tells a little bit of the story of what do people care about in this apocalypse. What do they actually want? Book of Knots is way more valuable than a lot of other stuff. Whoa.
Stay close.
This is Raven just shoots over my shoulder.
That's better.
I really love what did we say his name was? Yuri?
Yeah, you're the guy who does the voice of your character. Yuri Lowenthal?
Yeah. And he was also in The Last of Us 2. He was the guy who handled your horses.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought that my elevator was going to get us up this cliff, but it won't. So maybe
That was an elevator.
Maybe
I
I'll
thought
be
it
able
was
to.
phone.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe I'll be able to upgrade it. Oh, we got some red mist here. Okay, so this requires very specific
There's something
equipment.
right there. Which is that laser you got?
Yeah,
right?
that same laser I was using before. It's not just used to fight vampires. It's also used to clear hazards. If you can find the source of this mist.
I
Oh,
think
there
it's
it
right
is.
there.
Right over there. Okay, yeah, so this is my favorite thing. So this is just like a static mist generator. It's like a turret or something like that. You think, oh, this is just like an automated thing, whatever. But when you try to shut it down, it screams in pain. And honestly, I can't think of a better feature for any game than making something that you mess with scream in pain while you do it. So well done, Arcane.
You can't think of a better feature. Not,
Nope.
not a single one.
No, seriously,
What about what if those of us who don't want? What if we don't want to hear?
take any feature? It would be improved by adding screams of pain when you do it.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure. I'm not backing down from this. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of these are locked. So you can collect lock picks, which let you open up stuff that usually has some of the best loot in it. But if you don't
open up
have a lot of
one that I
lock
just
picks,
opened?
yeah, then it doesn't work as well. Oh, did you just get some
Hey, there's some
heals?
flare gun ammo in there.
Oh, and
I'm
here.
just curious if you can unlock the ones that I unlocked.
Oh,
Is this one open for you?
yes, I was able to open that one. So, the tank is trying to suggest features that would not be improved by screams, and is utterly failing because he suggests cooking, and cooking is absolutely. I think he might actually be suggesting ones that are made better by screams of pain on purpose. But he suggested cooking because absolutely.
we got these bellwether operators. I think we might be near the spot.
These might be our friends.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. Yes. Whoa! Was that you?
Oh, no.
Was,
Maybe.
was it me? I don't know. I don't know what happened.
It was just the gas. Oh, vampire.
What?
I forget. Is there a dodge in this game?
I don't think so. I think you just kind of run around or try to shoot them before they can shoot you. Here, you can
mean
stab
like that?
like that. All right. Anyway, I was gonna open this door up and.
So there we were at the gas station. I'm down because of the fire.
Oh, you're down. Oh, sorry, crap. I didn't catch that. Yes, revive you. And then I think there's probably a bunch of food in here. Oh, there's some medical supplies right there you could take.
Yeah, I mean, I'll burn stealing them. I'll figure it out.
And actually, I could probably heal you. Come here. I'm going to use one of mine to heal you, and then I'll also pick up my copy of it that appeared on the ground.
We're gonna open the door. There's nothing in there.
And yeah, so just go through this place. So there's basically.
Oh, do you hear the radio?
No, I didn't hear the radio. What did it say?
Nothing, I swear. But like, stand right here. Doesn't it sound like a radio?
Huh? I'm not picking
Oh,
it up.
it's the TV.
Oh, is it? Okay, because I've got my I got my volume kind of turned down so I can hear you better. So and actually, I'm not sure how well the audience can hear the game either. Please tell me if you can't hear the game.
The multimeter.
What's in here? Oh, there's a bunch of stuff here. So there's basically kind of three kinds of pickups here. There are.
That's
Yeah, so you can find like things like long-term gear, like potentially upgrades, to your weapons and stuff like that. You can find those. You can find, I guess it's 4 times. You can find consumables lying around, like here, replacing my medical supplies. You can find supplies. Most objects just turn into supplies. You grab them, they just become currency for you. And then there are food items. And food items, when you pick them up, they just heal you instantly. And so those are not really something you can hoard. Like this water that I'm picking up, that's just healing me instantly. That's not something you can hoard and use later. That's something that basically, that's how you heal in the field. If you're out of healing consumables, or if you just don't want to use your healing consumables, you can... you can just basically go into houses and just sort of take food off the tables and stuff. So this is one of our fast travel points. This is a historical marker. If you're the kind of person like me who really prefers to sort of like go through and just open as much of the map as you can first before you progress the story, playing Redfall is kind of like going on a vacation with your grandpa, because you're just going around from historical marker to historical marker, reading them all.
But look at the bear. It's
Yeah.
a bear.
Yeah, that bear is pretty great, actually.
Yeah. we have bears in
Reminds me
State
of one of
Decay,
my favorite things in State of Decay, which I think we don't we have a chainsaw bear at a few of our bases
We
in
do.
State of Decay?
We do. Yeah.
Chainsaw bears are the best. We actually had one. Our neighbor made a saw bear one time. I think that the people who bought the house removed the chainsaw bear immediately, but they absolutely made a chainsaw bear. Oh, we got some more friends.
More friends.
How many friends? Tell us, Raven. Oh.
Zero friends.
Okay, so we've got this hay bale. It
And it's
outlines
marked
in
red.
red like it explodes. That it doesn't seem like it probably explodes.
Yeah.
But I've got a thought.
What if we shoot it?
There's one type of
that's
gun that might make it explode. The flare gun.
Oh, we can light it on fire.
Yeah, and then all the grass also catches on fire. So if we'd thought of it, we could have set those guys on fire by hitting the hay bale.
Now that's some cool stuff.
So I'm going to change up my gun. So the flare gun's interesting. I'm going to change up my guns a little bit because actually I think I want to be using Firebird.
No.
Okay. Actually, I don't think I know this one. I haven't used that one yet.
I kind of wish we could kick this down the mountain.
Wait, kick what down a mountain? Where are you?
This. Just roll the hay bale. And then
Oh,
light it on
yeah.
fire.
Kick it down the mountain and then set it on fire. Have it just set the entire world on fire. Do it like Far Cry 2 style.
Or one of those. It was one of those Roman movies.
Oh, okay. So the tank points out that apparently when the game was first released, those fast travel points were actually, you had to just find them by exploring randomly through the map. Whereas now, apparently they are, as you can see here, they are just all marked on the map. You can see where they are in advance, so you can go and find them. So it's kind of an, evidence of what this team has been doing. Ever since release, they have been continuing to update the game, make improvements to the game, so it's more accessible, easier to play, that sort of thing. And I believe they even in the most recent update they added a performance mode, so that if you want to prioritize frame rate over sort of detail in the art, you can do that. So I've marked another fast travel point. We can head in that direction if you want to. Or
I've marked another vampire.
Oh.
Maybe several vampires.
Let me see. I'm going to... Wait, is there anything environmental around here we can do? I don't see anything. Oh, nothing instantly explosive.
Oh, I guess it's just 3 hollow men and a...
2 hollow men.
Vampire.
1 hollow man.
There's one on the backside.
Yeah, I gotta go smack him on the backside. So this is a suppressed sniper rifle, which is why they haven't noticed us yet. Oh, here's the thing I can blow up. It took them all down. Okay, so that made some noise, though. Oh, you got the vampire?
I got the vamp.
Nicely done. Oh, that was a nice division of labor. Me like sniping the dudes and you tanking the vamp. I think we should do that all the time. I should stay in a safe place
I'm the
sniping.
stealthy character. I should not be tanking anything.
Yes, I played a little bit longer than Joe.
My gameplay has not, reflected that. Fabric ripper, supply wire.
Oh yeah, I did get a lockpick, so I might be able to open something a little bit later.
Playing cards and a lighter. Okay, where did you go?
Let's see. So I was thinking,
I kind of really like just the scenic vista, right? Like it just looks really good.
Yeah, the art in this game is really great. I mean, I think Arcane is particularly good at sort of coming up with worlds that they very closely reflect the real world, but there's something a little bit extra stylized about them that sort of it's heightened in a way where you're not like when a game goes like ultra realistic, the first you're just looking for flaws, right? And so they push it just a little bit past the point where you're not looking for flaws anymore. You're just looking at the artistry, just enjoying the artistry. Dishonored is particularly good at that. I love the way Dishonored looks.
Both of those games are really awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, big fan of Dishonored 2 has some of the craziest, weirdest, coolest levels that I've seen in a really long time anywhere. Okay, I'm not sure how I can get up this by myself. Oh, holy blood bags.
You go up the stairs.
Okay, well, there's a
That was several of them.
little coven of blood bags I wasn't expecting to run into. Okay, I don't want to waste all my sniper rifle ammo, so I'll switch to my assault rifle.
Would we call it a coven? Isn't that for witches?
I guess so. I don't know. Like whoever it was that decided it was like a murder of crows and a pride of lions and all that stuff. Like I don't know if they did vampires. I don't know if
so. The thing that I found out this weekend that I did not know before is it's called a cauldron of bats.
A what?
It's a group of bats. It's called a cauldron.
I assumed it was just a flock or a swarm or something, but I guess that's...
No, it's a cauldron.
Cauldron?
Yeah.
Ugh. The tank is suggesting nest or den might be a good word for a group of vampires. So
or a clan.
Oh, I'm just getting... Oh, hey, there's a guy to rescue.
We're here.
I don't know who this person is, and I don't know what we get out of rescuing them aside from just warm, fuzzy feelings in our hearts for having helped them.
You gotta level up. That's what we get.
Oh, you just leveled up?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I leveled up a couple of times. I should probably do something about that. Like... Oh, I can summon an extra elevator. I can refill ammunition with my umbrella. Okay, I like that. I'm taking that. And then what are these things up here?
Okay, I can do something with my cloak.
Oh, extra help from food. Less damage from mist. And allies take less damage from mist. Well, I'm not going to help you. Oh, when you revive a teammate, they have more health? Yeah, I can't. Why am I going to be helpful? That's weird. Aha! Blasts dealing more damage, though. I'll do that.
Okay, so now I need to figure out how do I use my cloak. Oh, it's a right bumper. I see.
Oh, so you can cloak yourself and like be invisible?
Whoop.
Whoa, are you invisible now? You're invisible now. Oh, look at you. Okay, so why don't we've got a few minutes left. Why don't we try to make it to this last fast travel point and fight whatever we meet along the way, get into some chaos.
We got another field over here of blood.
Oh, yeah, blood, misty garbage. Okay, do I still have my laser? Yes, I do. Yes, scream, scream, like you deserve it.
Geoffrey, you're having way too much fun with that.
I love for something. I mean, kudos to the voice actor who did that scream. Oh! You're getting vamped. Okay, here we go. Oh, I staked it and curb stomped it at the same time.
Don't get a big head.
Oh yeah, that'd be terrible.
Don't get a big head. A UVB ammo. I don't have a UVB.
I do, and I've been using it too much. Oh, light bulb, UV lights. Oh yeah, that's valuable. Ooh, weapons crate. And medical supplies, and oh hey!
Don't die.
Haha, take that, jerks. Okay,
Look,
looks like it's
there.
right up here.
Some kind of historical marker.
Some
Probably a
kind of.
place to get my bearings.
Nope.
Your elevator.
Okay, I'm not really selling my elevator powers very well. They're great next to buildings. Cliffs just tend to be a little high. I promise that I've gotten a lot of good use out of this elevator.
Make yourself useful.
Good idea.
Oh, okay. You're being all sneaky. You're like, where is he?
Dead. They're dead.
They're dead.
Got him.
All right.
Got him.
And like a grandpa, I have
Look,
found
it's
the
another one of
historical
these.
marker.
It's more bears.
Yes, I love that they all have bears. That's great. Oh, okay, yeah. You get it. Let me get a nice triumphant shot of you atop the bear. There you are. Yes.
Now invisible.
Now it's weird. Oh, you made it weird. Here, I'm gonna join you up there. Woohoo!
We're just jumping straight up and down on top of this bear. And I'm the one that made it weird. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, Joe, I think we're about out of time. So this was Redfall, everybody. Because, I mean, Redfall is not the scariest game. Last time we were really trying to play stuff that was spooky. In fact, the first time we did this, we were playing Resident Evil 7 in VR. And we were really just trying to scare the absolute pants off me. But this time, Halloween's about a lot of stuff. And, some of it is about being scary. Some of it is about going out into a neighborhood with your friends. And that Redfall experience we just had, I mean, that was basically the trick-or-treating experience. Going around to the neighbors, screwing them up and taking their goodies, and it just felt right to me for Halloween. So
yeah, I think that was mostly trick. Like I don't know that there was any treat.
Trick. It was both trick and treat because we would do the trick and then we would get the treat.
I think the only treat here was that you liked the screaming.
I really like the screaming.
yeah. So I'll leave you with that one.
All right, cool. Well, hey, so let's get out of here. Joe, thank you so much for coming and playing with me and, of course, doing the dramatic readings with me. And Wonder, out there, I'm sure you're still watching. Thank you for reading along with us, too. Got any last words before we get out of here, Joe?
Everybody, enjoy the holiday and remember to enjoy the spirit of the season.
Absolutely. And then, so next week, by the way, we're doing another stream just 1 week away. It's going to be Joe. You're doing a bounty stream with the Go Bag, I think is the plan. Got any specifics, or you want to let's figure it out on the day?
Yeah, we're gonna do the bounties and we'll have some fun and maybe we'll tell some jokes. It'll be great.
That sounds fun. Okay, well, that's what you should come back for then. 1 week, November 6th. We will see you then. And for now, goodbye and happy Halloween.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Disney's gonna sue me for this song.
Great. Classic.